User-friendly.
What's up my fellow users, I'm SS Blastoise of UzerFriendly, and today I'm starting a new Smash Bros series alongside the matches. I've had a lot of people ask me on my play and ways to improve, so I figured that I would start a series based on strategies on each and every character. That way everyone benefits from it. To kick off the series, I decided I would start by using Jigglypuff. Aside from her being my main, I've been asked about Jigglypuff strategies quite a lot. So kicking off the tutorial video itself, let me start by breaking down some of the things you want to avoid. Firstly, some of the more generic things like rolling a lot. This applies for every character really, but it becomes predictable and leads to punishes, and with a character like Jigglypuff being so light, you want to avoid that by all costs. Some good alternatives are spot dodging, stationary shielding, and just moving. Next off is dash attacking, another more generic thing, but running in blindly and using it can easily be shielded and lead to more punishes. Good options beside this are baiting your opponent, maybe with a sudden stop in movement or a rollback, conditioning your opponent, going for something completely different since they are prepared for the dash attack, and things as simple as luring your opponent in. Now that we've got those out of the way, let's move on to more Jigglypuff surrounded skills. To kick things off, I want to start with her aerial movement. As you can see, she has exceptional aerial mobility which complements her aerials very well. Keeping this in mind, you can manipulate the strategy really well in your play as you can change the direction your aerial is headed. As far as her aerials go, they are probably her most reliable resource. Seeing as Jigglypuff is not an aggressive character, you want to be very spacious and get your pokes in. As you can see here, when I use my forward air, I'm taking advantage of her aerial mobility by influencing the direction that I go. After using my forward air, I aim my analog stick in the opposite direction to influence the move to go that way. It keeps me out of range and also gets the intended damage when I first threw it out. Secondly is her neutral air. Now what's special about this move is it can hit you from both sides. Though it may not look like it as her foot is sticking out in front of her, there's a hitbox on it behind her. With this at hand, you can be deceptive against your opponent and use it for escaping pressure. It also comes out really fast, so it's good for her aerial game. Her neutral air can also be influenced more than her forward air, so when using it you can cover much more distance. This comes in handy if you're reading an opponent's roll or their dash. Next up on her aerial list is her up air. This move is more intended for juggling an opponent, which means to keep them in the air, and is pretty good range so you can use it pretty early when you're coming down. Finally on her aerials list is her down air. This move is really good for shield pressure as it stays out long so your opponent could slip up or it just chops on your shield. I find this move also to help when on the ledge since you can hop off and use it leading to a safe landing. Though Jigglypuff's aerials are very important in her play, she still has many other options besides those that are also very reliable. One of the things I've noticed works a lot is her double jab grab combo. While it may not be super fast as Jiggly has some lag to it, it's a very unexpected combination from such a spacious character. As you can see in this match clip here, I did a double jab grab combo which gave me more control. The reason why this is so effective is because when jab pressure is being put out, people tend to block, so grabbing will negate that and allow you to follow up. Jigglypuff's tilts are also pretty helpful for more spacing. Besides her up tilt, which is good for catching opponents and chaining into combos, not too much to them, but the more damage the better. When shielding, if your opponent attacks your shield, her dash attack out of shield is really good for a quick punish. There should be enough stun for you to hit unless you miss the timing. Of course, what would a Jigglypuff be without her special moves? Let's start things off with her up special, also known as Satan. This move will put your opponent to sleep, however, they can break out before you're done Satan, so you can be punished on it. One way I find it helps is when you're on the ledge and your opponent stays around at the end, so you can hop off the ledge, use Satan, and it'll put your opponent to sleep. But since you re-grab the ledge, you cancel the animation, allowing you to follow up with any move of your choice. Next off on her special moves is her side special, regarded as Pound. One property about this move is that it's a shield breaker. It doesn't instantly break it, but it almost does, so if you've applied pressure prior to it, then you can use it and it'll break your opponent's shield. If you haven't applied pressure at all and they have it blocked, then they can punish you, so you gotta make sure you've done damage beforehand. This move also has really good air priority, so it's very useful in air confrontations. When you angle your analog stick down or up when using it, Jigglypuff will be directed upwards or downwards more. This is good for recovery and deception. As far as her neutral B goes, it's not very useful and it can be punished hard and easily avoided. Of course, I couldn't forget about her down special, better known as Rest. Contrary to the Pokemon games, this does not heal your HP, but instead does a powerful amount of damage and a lot of knockback, but it leaves you vulnerable until she wakes up. This move has been nerfed over the years, so now it only kills at around plus 55% for all characters, without any stat boosts of course, so only use it around there. Of course you can use it slightly earlier on lighter characters, but you get the point. If you have good reading skills, knowing what your opponent's going to do and following up on it, then you can use it to catch opponents rolling. If an opponent rolls back, you can chase them and hit a rest. If they air dodge, that little bit of lag that happens post dodge, you can rest them off that, and many other scenarios. Bear in mind, if you miss the move, the punishes can be extreme, and since Jigglypuff is such a light character, it's quite often you lose a stock due to it. Jigglypuff also has a fantastic crouch, which is performed just holding down on the analog stick. The reason why this is so useful is because you can avoid a lot of attacks and grabs, allowing you to perform a crouch cancel rest. The crouch cancel rest is when you've ducked an opponent's move and then you short hop and perform your down air immediately, allowing you to hit a rest. It takes practice, but once you master it, it then becomes a key component in your play. Once you've got these strategies down packed, you can start implementing them into some actual play. You can gimp your opponents off the ledge, guard the ledge, chain moves and arrests, and many more. With all that being said, once you've implemented all this into your Jigglypuff play, you can start becoming a threat in the Smash community. The puffball doesn't look so innocent now, huh? If you guys felt that I missed anything, make sure to let me know, and if you have any character suggestions you want me to use in the series, make sure to let me know as well, and I'll get right to them. I'm Blastoise, and I'm out.